Hello there, and welcome to a new series on this channel. This one will be quite amazing, I'm sure.
There we go, calibrating. Looking good so far.
You might ask yourself, what am I looking at? What is this? Well, what you're looking at here is Arma 3.
Holy shit. I know, right? Yeah, you weren't kidding. Okay, let's see what this baby can do. Whoa. All right, come on over.
And now you might be asking yourself, what the hell is this? Well, we are gonna start this little playthrough of the Arma campaign with the Prologue. The Prologue is a separate campaign in Arma 3. It basically is a tutorial campaign, a short one. I think we will be able to fit the whole campaign into this one video. But it teaches you about the concepts of the game. I will try to run through all of that as fast as possible. But what the Prologue campaign also does is to give you a bit of context in regards to the relationship between the NATO forces in the Republic of Altus and the Altus armed forces, the local army basically. It will give us a bit more context for the main campaign.
Now, let's give you something to shoot at.
But yeah,
Bang, bang.
we have to
They're all
run
yours, Sergeant.
through this very weird tutorial mission here. We are basically in a virtual reality environment.
Great. Targeting and ballistics look normal. Let's get you oriented. Bring up your compass.
It's a really neat idea that the developers had here with this, to make it a virtual reality environment.
Next one's just east of you.
But honestly, Arma 3 received a lot of criticism from longtime fans.
Let's try bearings. Next one's at 220.
Yeah, thank you. Arma 3 received a lot of criticism from longtime fans who have played Operation Flashpoint, who have played the first Arma, Arma 2, for, well, Arma 3 was too modern for some people, for many people in fact. And considering that, it is quite a bold strategy to make a tutorial campaign that starts like this. Don't worry, it will not stay like this. What did it say? 220? Yeah, there he is.
All
There he
right,
goes.
not bad. Moving along. Here we go.
By the way, the cursor, I can't turn it off here.
If you'd be so kind.
I cannot turn it off in this little tutorial campaign, but later on in the real campaign I will be able to select my own difficulty and then it won't be there anymore, which I look very much forward to.
So, looks like it wants you to run from marker to marker as fast as you can.
Oh, that's what it wants, huh? Great.
Yeah, it says here that, it'll spawn targets at each marker. You'll need to drop them before you can proceed. Well, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. We'll sprint from marker to marker.
Say again.
But pay attention to this.
Negative. Yes, this is Staff Sergeant Adams. Send it. Hold on. You know what? Go bother someone else. Out. Damn morons.
You having fun up there?
You know it.
The Staff Sergeant doesn't seem to have a high opinion of the AAF. We'll see more about that later. For now, let's run to the last marker and finish this part of the campaign. Then we will be able to exit this virtual reality environment. Oh, look at this.
Jesus Christ!
I am
deafen me,
looking
why
forward
don't
to something
Sorry
like
about
that.
Well, I think it's safe to say it's working as advertised.
You got any more tanks lying around?
Maybe next time. All right, let's shut it down. The greenbacks are gonna get here soon.
Greenbacks, by the way, is a derogatory term that the NATO forces are using to describe the local Altus armed forces, because they are wearing green uniforms. You'll see that in a moment. Oh, look at these VR goggles. If only in reality those were so slick and light. 1 year before Stratus incident.
So, what'd you think?
Not bad at all.
Right? Here comes the cavalry. Shit, looks like I missed one. Tell you what, you go get it working. I'll get things set up here.
Copy.
We are to assemble a target. Let's do that. So this little tutorial campaign is taking place...
Respond, over.
Oh, well, here's some
Sorry,
radio
I thought
chatter.
I told you to go bother someone else. You know, I don't get annoyed easily.
Yeah, right.
But this guy's a special kind of fuckwit.
As I was about to say, this campaign takes place 1 year before the start of the main campaign. Yep,
That
there's the
should
target.
do it.
Copy. All right, everyone, gather around. Decent targets? Really? Sorry, they're all we've got on hand.
I should explain what or who CSAT is. CSAT is an abbreviation for the Canton Strategic Alliance Treaty, I think. That's what it stands for. It's basically an alliance between China, Iran and some North African countries. And they have developed to be some kind of counterpart to NATO. And they're trying to expand their influence in this region.
All right, first things first. I'm Staff Sergeant Adams. This is Sergeant Conway. We'll be your cabin crew for today.
That's me.
Cabin crew?
Since I'm fairly confident we all know why we're here, I'll skip the usual brief. So, over to you, Sergeant. When you're ready, put some rounds down range.
Pay attention to how his kit and my kit looks in contrast to these poor guys.
As you can see, while the sergeant remains standing upright, he has to work harder to compensate for the recoil. Were he to take a knee, the effort he'd have to put in compensating for the recoil would be reduced. So, whenever possible, try to crouch down before firing. Going prone offers the best stationary shooting posture with the least recoil and smallest profile. However, be careful of grass and other obstacles obstructing your view.
Yeah, that can happen.
Engaging targets at greater distances is a bit more complicated. Collimator sights, like the sergeant here is using, are not well suited to the task. Sergeant, go ahead and grab the RCO from the crate.
Let me show you something that is really amazing in Arma 3. So you just saw me go through the stances. Standing, crouched, prone. But there's more that you can do. For example, I can have intermediate stances. So I can still be crouched, but I've raised myself up just a little bit. Or I can lower myself. I can go up to a low standing position, the normal standing position, high standing position. And I can go all the way down to a stabilized sitting position and then to prone. Or even this, to shoot under something. That's pretty amazing, and I'm honestly not sure if any other game has this. I can also do a sidestep. So I've switched the rifle to my left shoulder now to shoot around maybe a wall here. And I can also step to the right. I can also, if I lay down, I can do this to shoot around the corner, or do that to do the same. Pretty amazing system. I really am a fan of that. Okay, he told me to grab the RCO. Let's do that. So this is a different type of sight.
From now on, I'll be giving directions to the sergeant exclusively in compass bearings.
We have
So
this red dot
please
sight up
pay
here,
attention.
and this one.
I'll call out specific targets for the sergeant to engage. It's up to him to pick them out and score a hit. Are you ready, Sergeant?
As I'll ever be.
All right, first target.
Helicopters. Well, speaking of CSAT,
Pay attention, children.
Yep, those are CSAT helicopters.
100 meters, bearing 290.
290, 100 meters, there it is. Hit.
400 meters, bearing 307.
307,
Control
over
your
there.
breathing.
Oh,
Aim
that's
for
far away.
Clean, focused shots.
That's not easy. But... Ah, just missed it. There we go.
300 meters, bearing 330.
In the building. Got it.
Great, let's move on. While we're on the subject, you're going to find it much harder to control your breathing on the battlefield. Sergeant,
Don't even say it.
your adoring public awaits.
God damn it.
Okay. We are supposed to run. And the Staff Sergeant will speak a little bit about why this matters and what fatigue
the
is.
sergeant doing, I hear you ask? Well, in all honesty, I have no idea. Although I think we can all agree it's quite a sight to behold.
Fuck you, Staff Sergeant.
Yeah, fuck you.
However, his completely spontaneous and totally unplanned marathon conveniently brings us to our next lesson. Fatigue. It can and it will be your worst nightmare in the field, should you fail to regulate it effectively. Push yourself too hard and you'll find
And I can't
yourself
sprint anymore.
unable to hit shit, even when the situation requires otherwise.
And hell, if that's not enough for you, you'll just grow to hate the sound of your own wheezing. The floor is all yours, Sergeant.
Yeah, and as you see, it's much more difficult to aim now. Got
The
that
sergeant
one.
paced himself well as he ran around. As
Got
such,
that one.
he's done it much easier
that
when
one.
he engages targets.
That one. That,
Again,
no,
you need
that
to
one.
control your stamina. If
And
you don't,
let's get
you'll
this
have
one.
a hard time hitting anything at all.
Okay, that one in the house is active. That's difficult to hit. Got it.
That'll do, Sergeant. That'll do.
American, please, I need to speak with you. There has been an incident. Over.
An incident, he says. What will it be?
What do you mean, incident? Send us your grid. Over.
We cannot do that.
Say again. Why not? Over.
We do not have a map.
GPS.
Negative.
Copy. Wait one. It's always something with these people. All right,
These
change of
people.
plans.
Okay.
Everyone, gather around the sergeant. Come on, don't be shy now. We're gonna learn something useful. Bring up your map, Conway.
Why is he so dismissive of the AAF troops? Might there be a reason for that?
Okay, here's the deal. Since your people are completely incapable of intelligent thought, it has
Ouch.
fallen upon us to rescue them from certain doom. Before we begin, Sergeant, if you'd be so kind, stick a marker on our location 066159er. For those just tuning in, six-figure grids are a crucial navigational tool. Coordinates are read from the bottom first, followed by the ones that run up the side. We're going to attempt to triangulate their position. However, before we get onto that, you guys still there?
Yes.
We need some landmarks to go off here. Do you have anything we could use? Did you spot anything recognizable en route to your location? Over.
Well, we know that we are west of Sirta. We drove through it.
Okay, that's one. Hold on. All right, Sergeant, stick a marker on Sirta. It should be about 3 clicks to the northeast.
Clicks?
3 kilometers, in other words.
I will do that immediately, but just let me focus your attention on this. This is the main island in Arma 3, Altus. There's also a smaller one that we will see in the main campaign. But this island is huge. More than 200 square kilometers. It is really
Sirta,
huge.
Sergeant, 3 clicks
Yes,
to the
yes,
northeast.
yes, I will do that. No worries. And the awesome thing about Arma 3 is that we have pretty much complete freedom of movement. You will see that later on in the campaigns. The tutorial is a bit more focused though.
Now, let's draw a line going west from Sirta. Can you guys give us any other landmarks?
There is a hill nearby. It has a small chapel on top of it. It is at bearing 130 from our position. Over.
Copy. Wait one. That's probably somewhere southwest of Sirta itself. Think you can locate it, Sergeant?
I sure can. Even just that the game includes something like this in its tutorial to teach you how to read a map and how to
Alright, the
navigate
bearing they gave
with
us
it
was
is
130.
pretty impressive.
However, that's from them to the chapel. We want to work out the bearing from the chapel to their position. So let's do a 180. That makes it 310 from the chapel itself. You'll notice the lines intersect. That, in a nutshell, is all we're looking for. It tells us that if the information they provided is accurate, they must be somewhere near there. However, the intersect won't always be exact. Use common sense to enhance your accuracy, or try to obtain further information. Over to you, Sergeant. Stick a marker on their position.
I guess they will be at these houses. So, let's stick the marker
that
there.
looks about right.
American, what is your status?
We've got your grid, 075183. We're on our way. Stay put. Out. Okay, we're gonna go find your friends. Keep yourselves busy while we're gone. The rest of you, load up. Conway, you're driving.
What is NATO even doing here? Well, these guys, they are the local forces. And the Republic of Altus has been involved in a very, very nasty civil war. So, we are not only here as instructors, we are here as peacekeepers. Let's get into the vehicle. Arma allows us to drive as well, and to fly too. Let's go.
Take the left up ahead.
Pretty neat MRAP vehicle. Spacious, with a rear view camera in the dash. Oh, the road seems to be closed.
Left, Conway, around the town.
Oh, there's been an accident. Okay. It's good that there's a way around the town here. Oh, what's that? An earthquake? Yep, that was a tremor.
For the record, I'm blaming CSAT.
Keep driving, I'll check with McKinnon.
Broadway, Alpha 1-1, actual. Was that what I think it was? Over.
Confirmed 1-1, just a small tremor. No cause for concern. Over.
Copy, Broadway.
Phalanx to all units. We just experienced a light earthquake. Do not be alarmed. Return to your posts and resume your duties. Out.
What he said, 1-1.
Yeah, we got it, Colonel. 1-1 out.
Guess some greenbacks must have shit themselves.
So yeah, coming back to that. Why are the NATO soldiers so dismissive of the greenbacks? Well, they
Next left.
don't see them as very competent soldiers, and there was the whole Civil War business that I talked about. A very nasty civil war, marked by large amounts of brutality towards peaceful civilians by the AAF. So they are not well liked.
Keep an eye on the GPS, Sergeant.
I could open the GPS, sure. I'll open it in the lower right corner there. But just driving on these maps, on these islands, is also... it's pretty relaxing, to be honest. The countryside is quite beautiful. The island that we are on, Altus, is a recreation. Oh yeah, okay. It's basically a recreation of a Greek island, Limnos. Oh no. Yes, Limnos I think it's called. I think it was Limnos, yes. And... well, of course, it's not one-to-one, because this island that we have in the game is ravaged by civil war, and it shows. But regarding the countryside and the topography and everything, it's pretty darn close to real life. There is, well, the infamous...
This must be the place. Pull up and park, Conway.
Yeah, I'll do that. There's the infamous fact that some developers of Bohemia Interactive who went for a research trip... Yeah, they went to that island for a research trip and they got arrested for spying because they took some photos of military installations on the island, which the Greeks very much objected to. So what's going on here? Oh no.
What the hell happened here?
We
Oh,
were on
no.
patrol. We were attacked.
Oh no.
Patrol, huh?
Yes.
And these people, they attacked you?
Yes.
With what
Was
weapons?
unclear.
You ever heard of excessive
Cool,
force?
Sergeant.
Staff Sergeant, they're just civilians.
Did you sweep the buildings? And what's the deal with that man over there?
Yes, we did. They are clean.
You searched all of them, including the ones down there?
No, only these ones.
And that man, do you have medical support inbound?
No.
Are
My
you
god,
kidding
that is
me?
stupid.
Sergeant, search those buildings down there. The rest of you, set up a perimeter. And you, call for a goddamn medevac, now!
Yeah, not supremely competent, these guys. Okay, we'll go and search those buildings down there. Let's see if we can find anything. And you remember when we were in that virtual reality session? These guys were already calling us that there had been an incident. Damn, they've waited so long. Oh,
Adam,
hi.
I've got a weapon stash here. Small arms and explosives. Definitely guerrilla. Over.
You see?
Oh, yeah.
They were a threat.
Yeah, and I'm sure they just attacked you for no reason.
Copy, Sergeant. Form on me.
Let's have a quick look into these houses. We don't want to repeat the mistakes of those guys. This one's empty. Let's look into this house as well. Ground floor's empty. This floor's empty too. Helicopter has arrived. That's an AAF helicopter.
Status?
You didn't make it.
Damn it.
I let Broadway know.
We said the same thing.
We've been ordered back to base. I've told these idiots to clean up the mess. They'll handle the weapons.
I can't help but think the guerrillas will take too kindly.
All right, everyone, mount up. We're out of here.
What will all of this lead to? Well, we have a new mission. And this time we are starting with a briefing. The situation is as follows. Last week an AAF patrol responded with lethal force to aggression from locals north of Kore, reportedly in self-defense. One casualty survived but later succumbed to their wounds, bringing the official death toll to 6. Peacekeeping forces on scene confirmed the reported timeline, but the justification for the patrol's use of force remains questionable. Following the incident, the government reached out to the FIA, that is the local resistance that fought the civil war against the government forces, for a sit-down in Kavala, that is the capital of the republic, as a gesture of goodwill. As such, security has been ramped up with peacekeeping forces watching over the proceedings. However, an AAF security convoy, en route from the AAC airfield, failed to pass an AAF checkpoint east of Kavala at its scheduled arrival time nearly 20 minutes ago, raising fears that the situation is likely to escalate. It has failed to respond to hails from AAF command. Mission: Alpha 11 and 12, led by Staff Sergeant Adams, are to deploy to the convoy's last known location and, if possible, obtain a visual on the convoy itself before reporting back to Broadway. The execution is as follows. We are to move to the last known position, locate the convoy, and then report to Broadway. Part of this operation Alpha 1-2, this is me. Alpha 1-1 is Staff Sergeant Adams. We have Broadway, which is Colonel McKinnon, and Phalanx, which is the AAF command. So, what can go wrong?
Christ. Did they put enough stairs in this thing?
Having trouble there, Staff Sergeant?
No, sir.
Come on.
Any
That's
word from
McKinnon.
the MOD sit down, sir?
Negative. Nothing from the AAF or the guerrillas. In fact, the whole thing's gone dark.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
Figure that missing greenback convoy has something to do with it?
Why do you think you boys are here? There's your ride. You two get going. Find us that convoy, Staff Sergeant.
Copy.
Good. I'll try to unlock the things here on the side.
Now apologies, the helicopter that we are riding in might be a bit loud. So if you can't properly understand what Sergeant Adams, Staff Sergeant Adams is saying, you can read it in the lower left corner. I always enjoy helicopter rides.
There's the AAF checkpoint. It's coming up on 20 minutes since their convoy was supposed to pass through here.
Okay. So now we are looking for the convoy. It should have traveled along this road.
Alright, we're coming up on the convoy's last known position. Start scanning that terrain, people.
Let's see if we can find it. There they are. I see dead people and damaged vehicles. This is not good. This is really not good.
Copy. Dispatching reinforcements. Secure the area and await their arrival. Copy, Broadway. It's Staff Sergeant. In all likelihood, you're gonna have FIA guerrillas waiting for you down there. Stick to the ROE. Do not fire unless fired upon. However, that does not mean you're to roll over and take. Confirm. Over. Got it, sir. Good. Broadway out.
So, we must not fire first. If we are fired upon, we can defend ourselves. Let's follow him. The helicopter's gone. Okay.
Let's wait for the others.
The others are moving on that hill to provide overwatch.
In position, Staff Sergeant.
Copy. What do you see?
Convoy's been hit hard. No movement as far as I can tell. But, to be honest, there's a lot of trees. Over.
Understood. Maintain overwatch. We're moving up.
Okay,
Let's go, Conway.
we are moving in. Let's see what we will find over there.
Whoa!
Oh, goddammit.
Get ahead, Sergeant. Hold fire! We're friendlies! Please tell me you two have this.
Copy. We're on them.
Put that gun away. Oh no, he's aiming. Okay, he asked for it.
Machine gunner, 200 meters, front.
Got him.
On me! Martinez! Engage that machine gunner! South!
Okay, our Overwatch guys are providing some good fire.
Martinez! Engage that machine gunner! South!
He's shooting at somebody, I can't see them right now. Okay, they got him.
Move up! Stick to cover! Watch the trees! Standing by! I have
Let
to
me reload my rifle really quick.
Stay alert! Southwest, at the tree line.
Southwest? Okay,
You see that? Attack that rifle.
over there.
Southwest. Soldier, 200 meters front. Soldier, 200 meters front.
There they are.
4. Engage that machine gun. South. 4. Fire at the men.
I think I got them both. There's another one.
Neutralized.
Are there more? I can't see them right now.
Clear. All clear. Move up. Broadway, 1-1. Be advised.
Give me
We've
cover,
made
I'm loaded up.
contact with FIA forces at the convoy's location. All contacts neutralized. Over.
Damn it, what was that?
Lock it down. Broadway out.
Clear.
I guess we just killed the ambush element. The guys who ambushed this convoy.
Move 100 meters. Front.
Yeah, not move on my own. You can go first. Okay, we'll go together. Let's move. Damn, damn, damn. One vehicle on fire, 2 trucks probably damaged, and a lot of dead soldiers.
We've got wounded over here.
Oh, there's one. One is still alive.
Son, can you hear me? He's non-responsive. Sergeant, help him out. Take my kit if you need it. Broadway, do you read?
We'll take the
Over.
medkit.
Confirmed, 1-1. Send traffic. Over.
We've got wounded at the convoy. One greenback, unresponsive, possibly in shock. It doesn't look good. But 1-2 actual's taken care of him. Over.
Copy. Relaying to Phalanx. Medical is inbound with reinforcements. Try to keep him stable until they arrive. Over.
We'll try, Broadway. 1-1 out.
He's holding, but not for long. We need medical here now.
All right, hold this perimeter. I'm not in the mood for any more surprises.
Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, mission completed. The convoy was secured, but little remains. NATO peacekeeping forces were forced to engage the FIA responsible for its demise. Let's continue. Let's see what kind of consequences this might have. Another briefing. Just under an hour ago, NATO troops were forced to engage members of the FIA in the vicinity of Kavirida. It has become clear that they were responsible for the attack on the convoy. Their motive is now apparent. The situation at the Ministry of Defense rapidly deteriorated, succeeded by the FIA conducting an all-out assault on Kavala. Details are still coming in, but we are certain that the FIA's actions are a direct consequence of these events. It appears to have convinced the FIA that the sit-down at the Ministry of Defense had not been conducted in good faith. The investigation is still ongoing. Now, I don't know how they come to that conclusion. They ambush a convoy during peace talks and then engage peacekeeping forces that are coming in to investigate. And then they say they don't believe the talks were held in good faith? That's weird. Our mission. Once reinforcements arrive, return to Kavala and report in with Broadway. And that's exactly what we'll be doing. And Bravo 2-3 will be the inbound reinforcements. Let's start this. Damn it.
Heads up, 1-1.
He didn't make it. They are the reinforcements. No medevac on time. Due to the situation in Kavala, none was coming.
What's the situation? Multiple KIA. Greenbacks and Greens. The survivor didn't make it. What's CSAT?
CSAT?
Marking their territory.
Oh.
Get yourself back to Kabbalah. Shit kicked off over there.
Let's get in. So the situation has gone from bad to much worse apparently. And we will now go and have a look. What's that over there? No, that's not looking good. That's not looking good at all.
What the hell happened?
That was the AAF checkpoint. It's gone now. The FIA must have attacked it. Kavala is ahead of us. Okay, let's see what the situation on the ground is. And also, CSAT. The helicopter's coming over. These guys, they are trying to gain the favor of the AAF.
Broadway, Alpha 1-1 active.
Oh shit.
Situation in Kabbalah. Over. Not good, 1-1. Details are still coming in, but intel suggests the sit-down went haywire.
The Ministry of Defense is on fire.
The FIA threw themselves at the corner. Copy. Interrogative. What do you need us for? Over. I want you to take control of the situation at the MOD. We're getting conflicting reports left and right. I need someone on the ground. How copy? Solid copy, sir. We'll keep you updated. 1-1 out.
And let's land.
That must be a crash. Martinez, Lieutenant, stay behind. Keep an eye on things. I'll check out the MOD. All right, let's move.
Okay, we are driving into the town. This is the hospital. And I see dead and wounded, civilians even. Burnt out cars. The military locking down the place. Once again, dead civilians. And yeah, definitely more dead civilians. And lots of military. What a mess.
Go see what's going on. I'll be there in a sec.
Okay. We'll go to the Ministry of Defense building and see what's going on here, what's happening. It's still on fire. Now, what's happening here?
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, asshole! I'm talking to you!
This is none of your business, American.
Buddy, I'm warning you. You pick this fight, and you'll lose.
Is there a problem here, Sergeant?
What's the problem? Your men are abusing these prisoners.
What my men do is my concern, and mine alone, Sergeant.
The hell it is, Corporal. Arrest them.
Don't you take another step. You're out of line, American.
Broadway, Alpha 1-2 actual. Message over.
1-2, Broadway, receiving. Send it, over.
I've got greenbacks abusing FIA prisoners at the MOD, sir. Please advise, over.
Copy, wait one.
These guys in the background, those are CSAT
1-2,
soldiers.
stand down. How copy?
What? Sir, if I may...
Negative, 1-2. You are to stand down. That's an order. Confirm, over.
Solid copy, sir. Out.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, Sergeant.
What a dick.
Just so you fucking know, I'm about to shoot something.
Hearts and minds, Sergeant. Hearts and minds.
Sometime later.
What the fuck was that?
Just the chain of command at its finest.
Who was that asshole?
Call sign Phalanx, Colonel Akinteros. You just bashed horns with the AAF's top brass.
That's
Basically
their
the
top
leader of
brass?
the AAF
Now I know why they're so fucked up.
and de facto dictator here.
Can't believe McKinnon shut us down like that.
Yeah, well, orders are orders. Come on, let's get out of here.
The following months would see rapid deterioration in AAF-NATO relations. By Christmas of 2034, NATO's peacekeeping mandate would be limited to Stratis, a small island south of the Altus mainland. With conflict brewing in the Pacific, the world, and NATO itself, slowly started to forget about the tiny island republic. And I think that was the end of the little prologue campaign. Yeah, actually it is. So that was the end of the little prologue campaign that teaches us about the basics of the game, but also explains the relation between NATO and AAF. We are peacekeeping forces who are not loved by the locals. And we have a deep distaste for the local armed forces because of their methods and their brutality. Now, what will come of that? What will happen in 1 year's time that will be featured in the main campaign here? We will see that in future episodes. For now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know in the comments if you like this Arma content. I know today's mission, the Prologue campaign, is not super exciting and there was not a lot of fighting going on. Trust me, that will change later on in the main campaign. But please let me know in the comments what you think of today's episode and if you're excited for the Arma 3 campaign. Did you maybe play it? I consider it to be one of the better Bohemia Interactive's campaigns actually. And I'll explain why, of course. So, once again, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you next time. Goodbye.